Alright, this is the directions for stock project number 5. I still want it on the same sheet. I didn't copy over everything into my spreadsheet here that you have on yours. So you should have at the top, how much you're purchasing, how many shares of stocks, and then all your dates, all your prices, all your PE ratios, then your up and down, then the percent change. For this stock project, we're only going to concentrate on a few things here. And these things are the dates, prices, and PE ratio. I highly suggest for the rest of the semester's dates that you insert them, leave everything blank for now, and drag your formulas down. So when you enter things, the formulas will already kick in and give you right answers. That way you're keeping up with your PE ratio and your price at all times. PE is the hardest one to look up after the date. All right, so what are you going to do in your original stock project 2, 3, and 4 is come over here to where it says dates, prices, and PE ratio. You're going to select them all. So that means, click on the first cell and drag your mouse until it covers all the dates. Now, I didn't put all of them in, but I showed a few blank ones here. And you're going to hit Control C on your keyboard. That means copy. And down here, bottom of the left bottom, after it says sheet 1 here, you're going to add a sheet. So I'm going to add a sheet. This will be sheet 2, and all I'm going to do is go Control V, stuff in here. Now don't click anywhere else because basically you want to keep this all highlighted. Remember, this will go all the way through, I think, the end of November. So you want to get all the dates in there, all under the blue copy. All right, somewhere on the top, it might be hidden. You might have to hit a down arrow someplace. There's the Insert Chart feature. So we're going to click on that. And this gets a little quirky. I found a little weirdness to this. We're not going to use any of these charts here. We're going to go to Chart Types. And you'll notice that it only shows one line, and it really should be showing two. So to fix this, we're going to click on the Smooth Line chart, and that'll force the two pictures in there, and then go back to the line chart. Now notice the prices are way up here, and it's really hard to distinguish if they're really doing anything. And the PE ratios, because of this scale, barely looks like anything but a straight line. So what I want to do is I want to change one of the axes to, account for the small change in this and then a little bit more of the change of that. Because the way it's scaled here, they both almost look like straight lines. To do that, we're going to go to Customization. We're going to go and scroll down a little bit here until it says All Lines, Series, and you're going to choose the bottom one, PE ratio, and we're going to scale it a little different. We're going to leave it as red, and we're going to change it from left axis to right axis. So what that does is it gives the red line the right axis numbers, which will allow you to see the change in it. And then the price also has its own scale over here, so you can actually see that something is really going on with the price. It dipped down and it started to go back up. All right, so once you get this set up, all you have to do is say Insert. I really don't want you to change much else. So insert the picture. I'm going to move it off to the side here, and I'm going to do something. So the reason I left these blank spaces, now I can click off that, is let's say the price goes up to 118. What happens with the graph over here is it includes the price and pushes things over a little bit. Give it a PE ratio, maybe it went up to 14. And it extends the red line also. And it'll keep doing that for every price you enter from there on out. It'll extend the lines as you enter the PE ratios and the prices. So that makes the graph automatic. That means you have to keep up with two sheets now. So here you're going to have to keep entering prices and PE ratios. It'll calculate out the rest of the stuff for you. Your up, down, your current value, your up, down, and your percent change. Over here, as you enter the prices and PE ratios, it'll extend your graph to account for more dates. All right, the last thing I want you to do on this sheet, let me get this out of the way, push it over, is at the very bottom of your dates, this thing goes too fast, I want you to find, out of all of these stock prices, their average, their median, and their mean. Oh, and their standard deviation. So let's say I want the mean or average price. Remember, that's just, average. And I'm just going to select all the stock prices. Oops. My spreadsheet goes a little crazy here. Now I'm going to select all of them, even the blank ones, because I want to extend my dates later on and add in prices. So it won't take into account the blank ones. So our average price here is 112. While I'm at it, might as well find the average PE ratio for all of the dates, even the blank ones. And all I have to do is copy it over. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the average PE ratio. All right, so while we're here, standard deviation. Well, let's do median. Median. There we go. Which is equal to median. And again, we'll just select all the values, even the blank ones, all the way down to November something or other near the end of the semester. All right, so there's your median price. And we can copy this one over for the median PE ratio. All right, standard deviation. So the standard deviation, I'm going to let you do STDEV. There's a reason to do that in this case. The numbers are kind of small. There's not that many of them. There is a little distinction between entire population and a sampling. The sampling one will be a bit bigger, but just leave off the P. If you put the P, I'm not going to worry about it too much. It doesn't change the answer greatly. So all of them again. So the standard deviation of the prices here is about $4.60. I want to change that to money. And then while we're at it, just move it over. And this one you might have to change away from money, so we just have to change it back to a regular number. So the PE ratios has a very small standard deviation where the prices, because they're larger, is going to have a bit larger standard deviation. Mean, median, standard deviation. I think that should be all we need for stock project number 5. This information is nice to know. Remember, when your mean is to the left of your median, that means this is a little bit skewed to the left. Then the same thing here. The mean is a little bit smaller than the median, so it's a little bit skewed to the left. All right, so we'll use this information in a later stock project.